Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 minute past 10. It's Friday, 15th of March. We made it. Made it to the end of the week. We got our hands dirty. Just a bit of elbow grease, bit of spit shine, bit of slapping reality round the face. Come on, get your act together.
Get your act together.
Just getting it done, you know. You got a nutsack full of just piss and vinegar. You got a handful of grit and fire and broken teeth and just hard work. And, you know, they say anything worth having is on the other side of hard work. We're here. We've done it. 15th of March, almost halfway through the month. Christ! It's ridiculous. This year is hurtling along like some sort of ghost train that's got out of control and hurtling towards the no-deal Brexit apocalypse. Or did they vote that there's not going to be any no-deal thing like that? Oh, I can't keep up. I can't be expected to keep up with it all. I do my best, you know, I try, but I am just one man. It's one man alone in a room with a lobster, playing shoe throwers, talking the tut, and doing his best. Just doing my best. Hi, I'm Will. I'm high-ranking. I'm here to serve you. I'm at your beck and call. I'm here to pander to your every whim, as long as those whims are shoe throwers, coffee, and memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm, on YouTube, on Facebook, simulcast across every possible plane of reality, just directly out of my face into your mind and into the puckered anus of reality. So how we're doing business these days. Hey, look, I tell you what, got some good fucking bits of gear in the sack. Got this verdict bit called Ice Cold. New Need for Mirrors on RAM. Bad District, Hyperdrone. It's a good bit. Grey Code, Pearl. This Teddy Killers and Gydra bit. This could just usurp the upbeats for Shoe Thrower of the Week. Now, I think I felt like it was a fairly safe bet with Disorder by the upbeats, because I tell you what, that's a good record. That's a good record. Nice artwork. Might have to get myself one of them hoodies. They're a bit rascal. I'm a fan. Hey, if you're listening, guys, I can send my postal address. I'll swap it for a signed picture of Wesley Snipes. Yeah, so then, but this Teddy Killers, hey, listen upbeats. Hey, guys. Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll slip in a Shoe Thrower of the Week. You slip me one of those fine-ass hoodies. Hey, I scratch my back, you scratch your back. No, hold on a second. But I'm telling you, guys, listen, seriously, level with you, because we're all friends here, aren't we? This Teddy Killers and Gydra bit, called Miles High, it's naughty, it's rascal, it's digi, this came, look, okay, let's picture the scene, yeah? You've gone to a Toby Carvery for an all-you-can-eat roast, because you're just in that sort of mood. You go up to the serving bit, and your man is dishing out. Oh, look, that's gone wrong, hasn't it? Oh no, see, the names of this are all wrong. So, sorry, I've just realised that on Facebook and on YouTube, this is broadcasting as Rankins Records, which is just not true. It's Coffee and Memes. I'll get that sorted in the next commercial break. Don't worry about it. But anyway, look, picture the scene. It's a Toby Carvery. You've gone up to the hatch to try and get more roasties. They're not having it. In fact, they're giving you the side eye. And come on, seriously, guys, I'm coming here for an all-you-can-eat roast. I don't need the side eye. Next thing you know, Miles High by Teddy Killers and Gydras come on. You've lost your shit. You've had a tear up. That's it. Before you know it, you've got the chef in a headlock, giving him a noogie. You're kicking a waitress right, like, between the legs. That's a disaster. Yeah, before you know it, it's turned into a full-scale barroom brawl. It's that kind of record. Fuck it, I'll get it on now, then I can sort the rest of this bollocks out. Oh, I tell you what, it's just every day. Every bloody day. Honestly, just imagine a tear-up at a Toby Carvery. This comes on. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
From the heart of Medina to the head of Fort Greene.
Alright, well, I've sorted out YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm afraid you just have to suffer the indignity of an inaccurate video title for the next hour. Next 50 minutes, alright? That is Miles High by Teddy Killers and Gydra, and Jesus wept. That is a serious bit of gear. Christ. So... Patrick in the Facebook chat said thoughts on the New Zealand horror show. It looks unimaginably awful. Like I don't even really know what to say. It looks just so bad, so horrible. Yeah, I mean, thoughts with everyone involved. Like I hope they don't know, bring in the death penalty for the people who did it. Just so awful. I don't even really know what to say about it. I mean, what can you say about it? Just terrifying. Beyond terrifying. Right, look, we'll just try and, yes, distract with more light-hearted news, I guess, although it, yes, it feels rather futile. Right, what have we got? Guys, Madonna exclusive. The Fat Jew reveals he and singer prank called Bono quizzed him about his sex life and watched whale porn at Wild Sleepover. Okay, yep, that is sort of, I guess, how would you describe the Fat Jew? Sort of comedian, I guess, prankster, internet celebrity, joke thief, meme thief. Yeah, he used to be pretty funny, actually. He used to do some fairly hilarious stuff, although then he just got into sort of wholesale joke and tweet theft, and that was kind of his thing. John Ronson did an interview with him, but I sort of hung around with him for a few days. It was very, very strange, confusing. I don't know. He looks like he's outliving his best life, though. You know, God bless him. Let me get the thingy jobby up here. Screen capture. Where are we? Chrome. Come on, guys. Come on. Yep, there they are. That's Madge there. What's our man? Josh Ostrovsky. He's there. They're just having some face packs. Is Madonna okay? Is she an alien? What's going on there? Is she is she a cyborg? Is she got a sort of sex robot sort of look going on there? Anyway, I digress. What else have we got? Dude checks in a single can of beer after airline won't let him fly with it. That's hot news, isn't it? Pleased about that. Woman accused of shooting boyfriend for snoring too loudly. Yep, right in the feels. Gran, covered in tattoos of Jose Mourinho, gets a new Jeremy Kyle ink. Yeah, here she is. Now that I've seen this, I hadn't previously considered the idea of getting a Jose Mourinho tattoo, but now that I realise it's a thing, and the same with the Jeremy Kyle tattoo, kind of want one. You know, I mean, I don't know much about Jose Mourinho. Didn't he used to be the Chelsea manager? Shows how much I know about football. Oh, he's Manchester United manager. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Cool. He wears jackets and stuff, doesn't he? He sort of looks a bit razzed off. That's his thing, isn't it? Yeah. Hashtag Wenger out. A woman has covered herself with 37 tattoos of former Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho. I thought he was a former Chelsea manager. Did he manage Manchester United as well? Am I going to have to Google this? I'm just basically ruining the whole show. Can someone just let me know in the chat? Did he used to? Here it is. Come on, someone let me know whether or not who he used to manage. Why am I even getting into this? Jesus Christ! Come on, now I can't find the page. There we go. Shall we a little watch video of her? She looks like a canny lass. I'd like to hang out with her.
Hi, I'm Viv Bodycoat. I'm 61 years of age. I was inspired just before Christmas time to get a Jeremy Kyle tattoo.
Nice.
On a Jeremy Kyle special that they ran. Went to the ITV studios,
Sure.
had a blast.
Lovely.
The tattoo expresses true friendship between Jeremy and Steve, his bouncer.
Steve.
And it's true. I was inspired by it because it's true to some of my life events that friendship matters. It's priceless, and that Jeremy. There's no Jeremy without Steve, and their friendship is lifelong. I don't regret it at all, and I had a very, very, very entertaining time, was looked after extremely well, and the tattoo, as I say, is very much true to some of my life events, so I'm actually quite proud to have a Jeremy Kyle and Steve tattoo.
Well, I'm proud that you're proud.
Yeah, and it just just reminds me that true friendship is priceless.
Well, there you go. Then that's not the pep talk that we needed this morning. I'll be very surprised if Joe doesn't pop up in the chat going, oh, yeah, she's a friend of mine. 61-year-old Gran, Viv Bodycoat, has added to her already impressive amount of tats with a new image of TV host hugging security guard Steve on her upper back. Each to their own, I guess. Yeah, I want to see some more of these Jose Mourinho tattoos. Come on. She's going to have 37 of them. What do you think? What do you think is the thought process? Like, I do fancy getting another tattoo, actually. Like, you know, you got your first Jose Mourinho tattoo. Like, pretty pleased with that. That's pretty decent, isn't it? And I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for getting another tattoo. All right, what do you think you're going to get? I think you might get another Jose Mourinho tattoo. Another one? Yeah, but then you're like 25 Mourinho tattoos in. What are you going to get? You're going to get another Mourinho tattoo, aren't you? Oh, I'm going to get another one. And then like 35, probably. I guess at that point, people have stopped kind of asking what. It's just an assumption, isn't it? Then she fucking throws the rule book up in the air, goes, I'm going to get another tattoo. It's like, yeah, okay, 38 Mourinho tattoos. Nah, Jeremy Kyle hugging Steve. What?
Lobsters.
Yeah, wild. Viv, who's married to a very understanding man called Tony. Tony! Big Tone. He knows what's what. Says her newest tattoo is her favourite, but plans to get another Mourinho tattoo at some point in the future. It's nice to flip things up a little bit, isn't it? But then, you know, just to then remind you, you know, what you got, isn't it? You're like, oh, I'm pretty pleased with my Genoir Kyle tattoo, but now... No, it's back to business as usual now. I'm booking myself in for another Mourinho tat. There's very, like... I do like Jeremy, and he is a good man, but I don't think he could top what I've got for Jose. Plus, my heart does belong to Jose. He is the special one, and he'll come back from it. He's the best manager in the world. I have a feeling he'll be heading to Real Madrid or Chelsea. And when he does, I'll be getting a tattoo of his return. Oh, lovely stuff. So has anyone in the chat said who he manages? Come on, guys. Come on. Hey, guys. What's going on? Hey, no, none. United and Chelsea. Thanks, Frank Grimes. Cheers, mate. She needs to be set on fire? That is outrageous. No way. I want her on the show. I think she seems like a real hoot. I want to go out. I want to go to a Toby Carvery and have a tear up with her. We'd be on the same side. We'd be like back to back, fighting off the cooks as they all come at us in waves. It's like an action movie. They've got knives and big, what they called, cleavers and all of that. And we've just got a couple of chairs and, you know, like your big Alan Partridge style plate. Got your big plate, Alan. Come on. And we're just attacking them. And that Gydra and Teddy Killers tune's playing. She's on the other side just shouting, Steve, as she fights. And then, out of nowhere, bloody only Mourinho turns up. She's got some sort of like little magic flute that she whistles. And Mourinho comes like flying in. And he's just like, pew, pew, pew. He's like some Jackie Chan motherfucker just kicking the shit out of everyone. You haven't seen it, never seen anything like it. He's not one to break his cool that often. Anyway, he's got his overcoat on, starts whirling it round his head. It's like a Peaky Blinders thing. It's all got razor blades and stuff in the edges. Before you know it, it's done. Done deal. Everyone's just on the floor like, and then we can actually go and help ourselves to the roast of our dreams. It's a shame that I had to go down like that. You know, but, you know, just people don't think it be like that, but it be. You know, it's just think about it, man. Just think about it. Okay, what else have we got here? There's an Alex Perez bit. There is this bad district hyperdrone. No, look, let's play this other, what's it called? Disorder by the Upbeats, and we can compare and contrast with the Teddy Killers tune and decide on the shoe thrower of the week, because I don't think there's anything else that's likely to come in and usurp them both at this point. In my mind, anyway. This is called Disorder by the Upbeats. God, there's a serious difference of opinion for She Thrower of the Week this week. It's kind of going... It's going about half and half with Teddy Killers and this tune. Look, make your feelings clear now or forever hold your peace. Assume it's a wedding of your ex. Are you going to burst in through the church doors, naked, with a bit of sick around your mouth, shouting, "I love you! You can't marry him!" Oh, people are getting into it over a potential Toby Carvery Royal Rumble of Jeremy Kyle versus Jerry Springer. Ricky Lake's involved somehow. Man, this could be... I mean, that's the fight everyone's holding out for. Like, forget Conor Khabib 2. You know, forget the next Mayweather-Pacquiao. Come on, forget Khabib Tony Ferguson. Forget about it. Don't even bother with it. Forget Brock Lesnar, John Jones. Forget Kane, John Jones. Forget about it. The fight everyone wants to see is Jeremy Kyle versus Jerry Springer. Or a Royal Rumble situation with Maury Povich, Ricky Lake, Winfrey. Who else? What other UK hosts have we got? I might as well throw Piers Morgan into the mix just for the opportunity to see him get a potential kicking. God, who else have we got? Yeah, well, anyway, it would be I mean, God, as far as tear-ups in a Toby Carvery go, that's got to be up there, hasn't it? Look, I hate to labour the point with this Graham with the tattoos, but I missed a fairly salient part of the story. Since Mourinho was given the boot last December, Viv says she's boycotting the Premier League. That's rough for the Premier League, man. They can't be happy about that. And while she wants him to get back into footy, she opted for the tattoo of Jezza. And while she waits for him to get back into the footy, she opts for a tattoo of Jezza. Okay, so she's... I personally, I think, Viv, like, if you can't love Mourinho at his worst, you don't deserve him at his best. And if you're not prepared to get a tattoo of him when he's down and out, do you really love him that much? You know? Think about it. It's worth thinking about, isn't it? Says, I can't get a tattoo of him, Mourinho, looking down in the dumps, she explained. And who can blame him? He was treated awfully. I was absolutely devastated to hear he had gone. I just can't watch them on the telly kicking the ball around as if they haven't betrayed him. He was just tossed out like that. Like he used Johnny. Like a discarded jam rag. Viv, all right, tell me how you really think. I cancelled Christmas because of it. I was so down. Oh, Viv. Jesus. She's out there cancelling Christmas. This is an outrage. Someone needs to do something like that. We need to start a Just Giving campaign. We need to We need to get a GoFundMe going. Let's set her up a Patreon. She could have a podcast. She could definitely have a podcast. I would listen. Like, she's just on there. Just, I don't know, maybe it's just her running down all her favourite Mourinho stuff, and then every 37 episodes she does one about Jezza Kyle. Le Gemois Kyle. Jezza, big Jez. Jeremy Kyle versus Jeremy Corbyn. MMA rules, 5 rounds, 5 minutes per round. Who you got? I mean, I think they're in probably similar weight classes. Corbyn, a little bit more on the reach. I think, although I feel like I don't know. He might tire easier, although I've heard he's got a nasty guard, so if he ends up on his back, he could still do Kyle some damage. But Kyle, he's coming in, he's getting close, he's trying to get within the reach, and he goes to the body a lot. He's got a lot of power punches. He's a slightly shorter, more sort of squat, compact man, but he's getting in there, and he is doing work to his ribs. But has he got the stamina to go the distance? That's the question, really, isn't it? Styles make fights, ladies and gentlemen. Styles make fights. Right, what else have we got? Oh, God. Indian honey collector stuffs bees in his mouth for no reason. Fuck's sake. This is my kind of news. There's a very simple meme of this, really, isn't it, to make? It just says, nobody saying anything, and then Indian honey collector. Just... Why are you doing this, mate? What's wrong with you? Come on, let's have a look at the video. Oh, he's covered in bees. It's like an Ezzy Izzard bit. There he is, absolutely covered in bees. Handful of bees. Great. He's got a nice white wife-beater vest on, and now he's going to eat the bees. Yeah, he's eating bees now. He's putting all the bees in his mouth. They're going up his nose. He's real big ball of... Oh, he's fingering it in. Why are you... Why with the bees? Fucking bees, man. He's putting more and more. Is he swallowing these bees? What's going on here? Jesus. The way the handwork is unpleasantly sexual as well. It's just not about that bee eating life. I'm telling you. What's the reason for this? For what purpose are those bees in your mouth? Literally no reason. Is this it? Fuck's sake. That ticket on Elon Musk's mission to Mars can't come soon enough, I tell you. Really. Anyway, Jake Massey of the Lad Bible reports. If you want to see a man shove loads of bees in his mouth, then you come to the right place. However, if you want to know why somebody would do such a thing, I'm afraid we can't help you. Okay, well, is there literally any point in reading the rest of the article? You've not even considered the option of doing some investigative journalism, Jake Massey of the Lad Bible. Have you sitting around on your entitled Lad Bible journalist arse that's almost certainly riddled with some sort of spots from unwashed underpants being worn 5 or 6 days in a row? With occasionally your hand doth venturing south, just have a little scratch at it. And then just go back to writing, here's another thing about bees, no reason. Well, you could ask him, couldn't you? Lad Bible could reach out for comment. Oh, Jesus Christ. You could just make something up, couldn't you? You could say he's doing it to raise awareness or something, or he's doing it to start, I don't know, doing it for cash. Maybe he's on, it's a thing he does, he's on Fiverr. You know, people give him a $5 and he sends them a video putting bees in his mouth. Or like it's some new Indian version of Jackass. Come on, you can make it up. No one's like, this bee man, he's probably not going to like try and sue you for defamation of character, is he? He doesn't look like the suing for defamation of character kind of guy. He's got a mouthful of bees. He's got other stuff on his mind. You could write anything. You could say that he's doing it... he's doing it to raise awareness of, I don't know, some sort of gender inequality. So there you go. You could have put that spin on it. That would have got you a few extra shares. Yeah, you could say that it's a protest against wars in the Middle East. You could say that it is, I don't know, each bee represents a different gender on the spectrum of... I don't know. All I'm saying, Massey, is next time you post something like this, you could at least have the common decency to make something up, okay? To just, look, if there's no news, fake news is better than no news. It's not, obviously.
Lobsters.
Christ. Okay. Well, I'm appalled. I'm going to watch the video again, though. I think it does bear repeating. Handful of bees. Big handful of bees. About the size of a cricket ball. Big old thing covered in bees. He's ready. He's like, in the gob. Oh, big old chomping down those bees. Sorry, let me get it back up on the screen. Oh, and the fingering of the bees in the mouth.
How many bees
you got in there, mate? How many bees in the mouth? Put more bees in. More bees. That's it. Get the bees in. Yeah, loads of bees. Brilliant. More bees. Come on, bees. Get the bees in. Yeah, big old mouthful of bees. All right, babe, give us a kiss. Got a mouthful of bees. Yeah. Maybe it could be, I don't know, it could be some sort of weird sex thing. Like maybe he's now going to give his mate a nosh with a mouthful of bees. Okay, now, I mean, you must have really seen and done some shit if you've got to the point whereby you're like, I've got an idea. Well, what's that? How about you get a mouthful of bees and give us a nosh? What? I mean, like, that's really pushing stuff to the extreme, isn't it? I mean, you know, fair play to them and that. Like, if you've really exhausted all other options for getting yourself off, and the mouthful of the bee nosh, the mouthful of bee nosh, bee blozzer. It's called a bee blozzer. All right, Massey, you really missed a trick on this. I'm both angry and disappointed. Actually, you could have been like, hey, new sex craze sweeping India is the bee blozzer. Would you be up for it? Would you try? You could get a poll down the bottom. Would you try the bee blozzer? Oh, well, maybe consider it. I'd hope I'm not allergic to bees. Okay, now. I had enough of this shit. Christ. Okay, where else are we in the world? Look, let's play some more of these shoe throwers. So we've had... I still can't... I don't know, it just depends how likely it is for the Upbeats to send me a free hoodie, really. Is really what's going to sway me. But I guess if I'm thinking like that, if they need to, you know, if they need to sort of effectively pay for it, then maybe really I'm swinging more towards Teddy Killers. So let's play a couple more and just, you know, think about it. This is called Ice Cold by Verdict. I don't know if he's swallowing the bees. Good source of protein, probably. On YouTube is saying he'd put money on him being found dead eventually because of bees. Daniel saying a Gateway bees and it'll be on Hornets next. It's a slippery slope. Oh, Sadhom is in the chat on Facebook. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. That's ice cold by verdict. Nice bit of gear, all things considered. Yeah. That is on Born on Road. Records, recordings, one of the two. Who knows? Tumblr bans porn and has dire consequences for the site. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Poor Tumblr. One like equal one prayer. I should mention that, actually. It'd be very nice if you all listening on the Facebook or on the YouTube, if you could just hit that like button. You know, I've got to... I might not be able to eat tonight if I don't get enough likes. You know, one like equal one food. Thank you, guys. Yeah, no, anyway. Tumblr took the drastic step of banning all porn from its platform in December last year. That was a bad move. And the impact of the decision has been immediately apparent. Oh, dear. According to the report on The Next Web, the content sharing site has seen its views plummet by 100 million in the month following the ban. That works out as a 17% drop in the site's traffic in just 30 days. Oh, you fucked up, Tumblr. You've got, like, without the porn on it, all you've got is the sort of gender unicorn lot, and it's they'll move on to somewhere else eventually. The site crunched the numbers from web analytics firm SimilarWeb and found that Tumblr's views sank from 521 million in December to 437 million in January. I wonder what it's gone down to now. The ban came about as a reaction to Tumblr being pulled off Apple's App Store after the iPhone giant discovered child porn on the platform. Oh no! Fuck. Oh, unlucky, guys. That's rough. Well, you should do a better fucking job of making sure there isn't child porn on your platform. I think that's... Like, presumably, porn websites have to police that sort of thing, don't they? Like your Pornhubs and everything. I mean, can anyone upload stuff to... I mean, I don't know. I've never been on them. But I'm told that these websites exist. Well, as we fucking know, Vodafone won't let me on it on my phone. Bastards. Authoritarian bully boys. Owners of blogs with pornographic content were previously obliged to add an age-restricted safe mode, which would warn users that the blog they had selected may contain sensitive materials like fannies and peens and bumholes. Over the past several months, and inspired by our storied past, we've given serious thoughts to who we want to be in our community moving forward. And we have been hard at work laying the foundations for a better Tumblr, said Jeff D'Onofrio, chief executive of Tumblr at the time. We spent considerable time weighing the pros and cons of expression in the community that included adult content. In doing so, it became clear that without the content, we have the opportunity to create a new place where more people feel comfortable expressing themselves, as long as they don't take their clothes off. In the meantime, it looks like Tumblr's erstwhile not suitable for work aficionados have found pastures new. Well, thank God for that. Pillowfort.io. We've gained over 10,000 users in the last 2 weeks. And the site just isn't ready to handle such a large community yet. So we've decided it would be better for us to close registrations for a little while it gives us some time to improve load balancing, and the moderation system. Of course, we'd prefer if you could welcome everyone who's going to be leaving Tumblr over the next few weeks. But we decided that it wouldn't benefit anyone for us to bring more users onto a site where our infrastructure would not be able to support such a large user base. Where Tumblr goes from here remains to be unseen. Well, yeah, it's just going to be all the sort of blue-haired kind of, a gender unicorn lot, I guess. I mean, that's where they all hang out. I presume. I think. Well, maybe they were doing the porns as well, and now they're not even allowed. Is it? I don't know. What is it? Just going to be holiday photos? Well, I don't think I've even been on a Tumblr for, I don't know, years. What even is there? Answers in the chat. Answers on a postcard. Usual address. Please let me know. I'm desperate to find out. Okay, look, we might as well get into this bit, as this raised my eyebrows yesterday. Can you pass the test and betray your morals to become an undercover cop? Be good to know, wouldn't it? Agonising over whether to betray a new friend is not everyone's idea of fun. I don't even know if it's undercover cop's idea of fun particularly. I just feel that the means justify the ends. But next month, people are being given the chance to step into the shoes of a conflicted undercover cop. Wow. Inspired by the revelations about the Met's controversial Special Demonstrations Squad, an immersive theatre group has recreated the murky, double-dealing world of cops spying on protesters and trade unionists. Yeah, rooting out the commies. Operation Black Antler starts with the participants getting a new identity. Then they are briefed in a safe house and sent out on the streets of London to befriend a target at a protest meeting. Is this actually... Oh no, so this Black Antler thing is a recreation. Okay, Operation Black Antler, let's see what they've got.
What you need to know is you're going operational tonight.
Alright, so there's some women with phones walking past a car.
We've got to move quickly. We know something big's coming up, but we're not sure when and what. These are our POIs, our targets. Blend in. Get talking to these people, listening to them. Let them come to you.
I just imagine him like a Steve Buscemi meme.
Alright?
Well, he's got the skateboard and he's dressed up like a kid. He's like, "What's up, fellow kids?" What the fuck? They're going to infiltrate a jump-up rave? Right, oh, I see, right. Okay, what, so this is the assumption, is it? That all people who like jump-up are criminals? Well, anyway, let's see. Matt Adams from the theatre group Blast Theory says, Operation Black Antler gives participants an opportunity to meet, build empathy with, and ultimately try to win the trust of someone whose political and moral views may be the polar opposite of our own. We're actually aware of the heightened atmosphere of political turmoil and anxiety around us, making the context of the piece all the more real and raw. He added, and that's very much affected the way we've treated script and the characterisation. Whilst it's impossible to predict exactly where Britain will become opening night... What? Where Britain will become opening night... Whilst it's impossible to predict exactly where Britain will become opening night... Okay. What Britain will become opening night at South Bank Centre on April 3rd, one thing is certain, that it's unlikely to be a settled political picture, and we'll be constantly adapting the script in response to that. Operation Black Antler actor Sarah Jane Butler said, having researched the topics we cover in the play individually up until now, we began by sharing our findings, exploring the background of surveillance and hearing from an activist whose life has been affected by undercover surveillance. Yeah, so presumably this is the thing recently whereby, yeah, this guy, Peter Francis, undercover cop, went and infiltrated some sort of Antifa kind of commie group, ended up going out with one of the girls in it, telling her he loved her and everything. And then was like, oh, yeah, so anyway, I'm an undercover cop. By the way, you're all nicked. And she was a bit razzed off, turns out. Unsurprisingly, bit pissed off about that. mean, you would be, wouldn't you? In order to encourage our audience members to be active participants rather than passive viewers, the world and characters they encounter must be completely believable. Last week, former SDS undercover cop Peter Francis gave an insight into the psychological trauma living a lie for years can do when he spoke at the House of Commons about his double life. Francis is now a key witness at an undercover policing public inquiry which aims to shed light on the crimes committed by policemen. Or maybe it wasn't him. But anyway, there's a big thing. It was within the last year of an undercover cop infiltrating some commies, falling in love with one of them, and then, doing the dirty on them. It's just the game, really, isn't it? After admitting that he had assumed the identity of a dead baby and spied on more than 300 people, he promised to meet every one of them and explain why he did it. Jesus. The production has been created by Blast Theory and Hydro Cracker and will be at the South Bank Centre from April 3rd till April 13th. The performance is off-site and partially outside. Tickets are available. Well, it kind of sounds like fun. I'm quite up to do this. Why the Bachelor UK is feminist strides ahead of its US counterpart. That's an opinion piece. Okay, maybe we'll get into that another time. Right, look, probably got time for... Let's play Jack Mirror again, because I can see people in the chat are pretty keen on it, and then we can decide on Shoe Thrower of the Week. And then we can all go home to our wives. Okay. It's called Utopia. It's by Jack Mirror, a.k.a. Hamish, of Rankin Radio fame. Ah, Robin, you absolute hero. Thanks so much, mate. Yes, we must talk about going to see the Big Lobster in London. I think I was going to get tickets today. Come on, we need your votes in now. Is it going to be Upbeats, Teddy Killers, or Big Jackie Mirror? Vote now or forever hold your peace. Forever hold your peen. Right, so far it's 2 for Upbeats, 2 for Jack Mirror, 3 for Upbeats.
package.
Also, pleased to let you all know that the Exhibition Tapes Volume 1 is back up on Spotify by the fake TC. We've been listening to it yesterday and chatting about it in the Discord. I've strangely fallen in love with it in a weird way. That's 4 for upbeats. Stin was upbeats too. Okay, you're voting on someone else's behalf. That's technically illegal, so I'm going to remove both your votes there. But upbeats looks like still takes it. Oh no, it's 3-3, I guess, under these circumstances. Oh no, Lee is now voting on... Sorry. Lee is voting on 2 different platforms. That is a violation of the rules. So both your votes have been cancelled as well. I'm afraid the upbeats have taken it. Where are we? Where's the rest of the news? Man catches deadly infection in his skull after cleaning ear with cotton bud. Right, okie dokie. A man suffered seizure and collapsed after using a cotton bud to clean his ear. The British man, 31, contracted what is known as necrotizing otitis externa, a bacterial infection that targeted the lining of his skull. Doctor said the piece of cotton became lodged in his ear before making its way up to his skull. I want to see the roadmap on that. I want to see the little sort of in the canal and blah, blah. Yeah, that's... I don't know, man. It's impressive. I'm impressed. Like, props to the cotton bud and all of that. It then reached the lining of his brain, sparking the seizure. An ear, nose and throat specialist at University Hospital Coventry. Dr. Alexander Charlton treated the man and said the fits may have been linked to the infection-causing toxins or the pressure that it put on his brain. The patient had a CT scan and had to have minor surgery to remove the cotton. Right, yeah. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it, with the cotton buds? It says don't stick them in your ears, but everyone sticks them in their ears. People are like, yeah, it's just for sticking in your ears. And you root about in there, and they say, you don't need to get your earwax out unless it's caused a blockage that a doctor could deal with. The earwax is just in there minding its own business, trying to keep your ears safe from infection. Yeah? And people still stick them in their ears, don't they? They just can't resist. It's like a giant red button with do not press on it. Like, what are you going to do? I'm going to press it. But now people are getting skull infections. It's not about that skull infection life. What do I have to, what do people have to do? Hey, what do they need to supervise every use of cotton bud? Are you going to infringe on people's individual rights and liberties to stick stuff in their ears? Maybe we have to. If we're trying to protect the people. We're trying to protect people that are, foolish enough to get one so far in that it infects their skull. It's a crazy time out there. It's a crazy, crazy time. Right, come on, look, we're pretty much at the end. No, I'm going to play one more bit. Okay, I'm calling it that the upbeats won that on the vote. But I will play this Need for Mirrors bit, actually, just because it's wears out this week as well. It's worth a play. It's on the RAM. It's on the RAM records. It's got a lot of arcs. Is this a democracy? I don't know. People continuing to vote. Yeah, there does seem to be a divide now between the Patreon elite that are in the VIP forum on the Discord and the sort of proletariat, I guess. I know Joe is trying to, rally the proletariat to overthrow the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie Patreon supporters. It's going to be a war. Green Gang versus Red Crew. Yeah, Chris, I'm in agreement. There will be no second referendum. Upbeats means upbeats. It's the will of the shoe-throwing people. You can't deny the will of the shoe-thrower. Thank you, Mr. Build. Throwing a couple of quid into the hat on the super chat. You're a good man. Like, on the subjects of second referendums and Brexit and stuff, do people not think that, like, if there was a second referendum and it went the other way, that it might sort of erupt into civil war? It would be a disaster. So if Remain won, what are we going to do? Best of 3? Terrifying times, ladies and gentlemen. Terrifying times. Don't get me wrong, I will be standing for the individual rights and liberties of every shoe thrower out there. The rights to hurl footwear however they please, so long as it does not hit anyone in the mush. That's Need for Mirrors. Oh, it's, yeah, so that was not Jack Mirror, but Need for Mirrors. It's all about the mirrors these days, isn't it? Always looking at the mirrors. Listen, guys, thank you for listening this whole week. You're all wonderful humans. I love you all individually. My love for each one of you is equal, but slightly different, because I appreciate that you are all individuals and all wonderful humans and lobsters alike.